I am your father, but I will never let your mother tell you who I am. But that's okay, South Korea. I will always follow you wherever you go. I love you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Fatima. I am a delegation from Indonesian School of Makkah. And today I want to tell you a story. Can you guess what story it is? Yes, today I will be telling you the legend of Tangkuban Parahu Mountain. Once upon a time, there lived a beautiful lady named Dayang Sumbi. Dayang Sumbi was so beautiful that many kings and princes fought for her hand in marriage. So, to not cause war, Dayang Sumbi went into seclusion with only the company of her loyal dog, Tumang. One day, while Dayang Sumbi was sweeping, she had dropped her piston into the bushes. Feeling too lazy to pick it up, she vowed, "Whoever picks up my piston will become my husband." Tumang, who had heard her oath, decided to pick up the piston and give it back to Dayang Sumbi. Dayang Sumbi was shocked because she did not expect that Tumang would be the one to pick it up. Still, she kept her oath and married Tumang. Not long after, Dayang Sumbi became pregnant and gave birth to a healthy baby boy whom she named Sang Kuryang. Once Sang Kuryang was old enough to hunt, Dayang Sumbi ordered him to go into the forest to catch her a deer. Sang Kuryang obliged his mother's orders and went to the forest with the company of Tumang. Hours went by, yet Sang Kuryang still had no deer, so he had an initiation.
Tumang, I am so sorry, but I will kill you and present your meat to Mom so that she will be happy.
Sang Kuryang had killed Tumang and presented the meat to Dayang Sumbi. Dayang Sumbi cooked it happily. Sang Kuryang, my dear, please come to me. I've made dinner for us. Let's enjoy this meal. Sang Kuryang, where are you, my dear? I've made delicious dinner for us. Come, let's eat this meal together. So, Sang Kuryang ate the meal with his mom. But then, Dayang Sumbi realized something. She had not seen Tumang at all after the hunt. So, Dayang Sumbi asked Sang Kuryang, "Sang Kuryang, where is Tumang? Call him. Let's have this meal together." Sang Kuryang went quiet. He was hesitant, but he couldn't lie to his mother. So he said,
I'm so sorry, Mom, but the meat you have cooked is Tumang.
once she realized that the meat that she had cooked was Tumang, her husband, she overcame it with wrath. She sent her son away, but not before she hit him with a spoon that left a scar on his head. "How rebellious of you, son! Go away! He is your father! Your father!" Once Sang Kuryang left, Dayang Sumbi regretted her decision. So she prayed to God to be reunited with her son once again. Years went by, and Sang Kuryang had grown up to be a handsome young man. He had traveled far and wide to learn magic from monks. After a long while of traveling, he had not realized that he had traveled back to his original village. There, he met the most beautiful girl that he had ever laid his eyes on. So he did not wait long to propose to her for marriage, and she agreed. But little did Sang Kuryang know that the woman he had proposed to was his mother, and Dayang Sumbi did not realize either that the man that proposed to her was Sang Kuryang. One day, while Dayang Sumbi was combing Sang Kuryang's hair, she noticed the scar on his head and realized that this was her son. So she tried to call off the wedding. "You are my son, and I am your mother. I can't marry you. Don't you remember that the scar on your head was inflicted by me?" Sang Kuryang did not believe her at all. So Dayang Sumbi decided to set an impossible task that Sang Kuryang had to fulfill if he wanted to marry her. "Fine, if you still wish to marry me, you must build me a big boat and a lake by damming Chitalo River, and it must all be done by dawn." Kuryang agreed to the condition. So he called on to the spirits and jinns to help him down Chicago River. And then he made the boat from a large tree. Dayang Sumbi noticed that Sang Kuryang had almost finished with the condition. Yet dawn was still far away, so she prayed to God for a miracle. And then she spread out her woven fabric across the mountains so that it would shine so bright, so it would seem like the dawn had come. The jinns and spirits, thinking that the dawn had came already, all left it to hide, leaving Sang Kuryang alone, unfinished with his condition. Sang Kuryang, thinking that he had failed, was so angry and furious that he had kicked the boat over so that it would become the mountain that we know now as Tangkuban Parahu Mountain. Tangkuban means upside down and Parahu means boat. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there are many moral values that we can infer from this story. The first one being, we should always obey our parents and never lie to them. If they ask us to do something, we must do it right. Secondly, we should never slip into our anger. Take Sang Kuryang, for example. He was too rash and kicked the boat over, and so that all his efforts meant nothing. Well, everyone, that is all from me. I hope you enjoyed my story, and I hope you can learn the lessons that we can get from this story. Well, that is all from me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.